So day one being hired, it was the conversation in my interview is we're growing. We have to get a bond passed. We got to be able to get this thing moving forward because we're out of space. And so the day I was hired, the conversation started there is how are we going to do this? What do we do? And so for us was looking at those funding opportunities and where we can make this happen, and then getting with our community. I mean, the biggest part of the whole process is getting involved with your community. Let your community know what your plan is and how they can be a part of it and what it's going to bring to them and essentially make their kids and their lives better. And so I think if you walk around and look at the things we've done on our campus, we've definitely done that. A big part of this is athletics. We love our athletic teams. We're staying on the football field right now. There's a track surrounding it, so kids are going to come run and play and do activities here. But behind this, there's a school. And that school is what we do every day. That's where students matter in the classrooms every single day. And so this is a part of what makes the day awesome. When they can come out here and play football games, or kids can come play recess or whatever that may be. But you know, the whole process is to make sure those things over there, those buildings are full of kids getting what they need every day in class. You know, I think communication was great, and I want to give Francis all the credit. He was on the spot all the time. He was out here checking on me all the time. If I had a question, he would drive from the Tulsa side of the state, come over here, answer those questions, walk through stuff with us. And then your technical support guys have been amazing. On Friday nights during the middle of the game, we have guys on the phone talking to us, walking through everything to make sure that we're putting the best experience out for our fans. And when you're a school district, that video-driven stuff is not something we practice every day. And so in all the coding behind there and all the things, we were very, very surprised at how easy that transition was and how much support behind the scenes made it easy for us to put the images up on the board that you see right now. Microframe exceeded our expectations because they were there from the very beginning, and even right now today, like if I was to call up, I know that they're going to be on the phone helping us. And so that's the expectation. Community support. If you don't have the people behind the scene, it's not worth working with somebody. A vendor's only as good as the people working for them. The product can sell itself, but if you don't have people there in the background, it's not worth the product. And the people sell the product. And I will say, I would 1,000 times over, I would recommend Microframe Sports to somebody else because of the people that support the product. I mean, honest, we were the two top priorities. One was budget. I mean, I think everything comes down to school systems to dollars. You know, what dollars and cents matter to us, and we are accountable to every dollar we spend. And so for us, that was a big part of it. The pricing of the board was right where it needed to be. But the second thing was timeline. We had a 3-month period to pull all of this together. Last July, we got out of school. We had to be on this field playing football games by mid-August. And so to do that, we had to find a vendor who could make all that happen. And Microframe did that without question. We didn't have to worry about it. They were on top of it. And that's been the best part of the project is, you know, we got a great budget on the board, but we also got the project done in such a quick period that most people couldn't believe how fast it happened. The question is always, the first question is, what did it cost? And it's great to sit down and talk to them, talk about how great it was financially. It was a great budget for us. And then to be able to share, I mean, the advertising of it has been amazing. We have been able to, this year alone, in our first year, raise over $20,000 in ads for our athletic programs. We expect to double that next year. So that alone is going to help us save money in other areas of our school district because the video board itself is generating revenue every year. So it'll pay for itself in over a 5 to 10 year period. And so for us, that's an awesome thing to talk to the community about. But I think for them, it's the fun experiences that happen in the game. So when you have our school, we do a player of the game with the community state bank that's here, and putting that kid's face up there, that parent's getting to see their kid's face up on a video board going, that's my kid, that's my kid, and so they love all that stuff. It just makes the experience for the fans so much different, so much more fun and inviting. And so you always have your naysayers or detractors of what did that cost and all those things, but I think overall everybody's like, hey, that really adds to the experience of Friday Night Lights. I know definitely through the very beginning of the process, when we started the first few games of the season, some of the local sponsors definitely started seeing some stuff. The larger sponsors, it's a little harder for them to see those things, especially like Jody Hall Construction and Renaissance Architecture, who have been with us through all these projects. They're a big corporation. So what they're getting is our recommendation to other school districts to use these things. And so I think they're definitely seeing that. And I hope you guys see the same thing when we put those recommendations out for other school districts of what we've done and what we've used.